Namaste. Welcome to some JoeGa Flow. Take a few moments to settle yourself, connect with the earth. Feel yourself rooting down through the sitting bones, reaching up through the crown of your head. Take a breath in and reach the arms up and overhead. And draw the energy in your heart. Set your intention for your practice. Reach the arms up and release. Little twist out towards your right side. And release. Breath in and a little twist out towards the left. Take a breath in, bring your hands down and reach forwards. When you're ready, make your way onto all fours. Take a moment in time to lift and lower through your spine, rolling through cat and cow. Start to undulate your spine as you pull back into pose of a child, rolling through and lifting into cow. Turn over into cat and roll through again. Just rolling through, lifting and lowering. And then just pause when you come onto all fours. Neutralize your spine, feel the weight through your fingers, and stretch out through your right leg. And just press into that heel. And then release. And extend the left leg. And release. Reach out again through your right side, lift up through the left and come into your flying tiger. And release down. Same with the other limbs. Don't worry about any wobbles. And release. Push yourself back into a soft down dog. Pedal out the heels, stretching out the back of the legs. Pushing both heels down towards the ground, really lengthen through the backs of the thighs. Bring your hands in towards your feet, bring your feet in towards your hands and come into Uttanasana. Let the head hang, let the arms release, just let your body be completely without any rigidity. And then slowly climb and rise through your spine, gathering and drawing in. Take a step up towards the front of your mat. Take a breath in, draw your hands into your heart and take a seat into Utkatasana, chair pose. Be aware of where you're loading in your feet, heels or toes. Notice whether your knees knock together. Just make these little subtle adjustments if you can. Take another breath here and as you exhale, fold forwards and just hang out, ragdoll. Rolling up through your spine, gathering and pulling in. Take a breath. Extend the arms overhead and then flow forwards through swan dive. Hanging out in Uttanasana. Scoop up into a little Utkatasana and then release back into Uttan. Stepping back with your right leg, step back into high lunge and then bring the knee towards the ground. Reach up into twist And then float that hand down as you step back to all fours. Undulate your spine. And then roll back into pose of a child. Draw your body through. Coming into a Sphinx pose, little back bend. Just feel yourself opening, letting go. Take a breath. And as you exhale, bring your hands by the chest and push yourself back into your child's pose. On your next exhalation, rise into down dog. And walk your feet back towards your hands at the top of your mat. When you're ready, rise and climb. And draw your hands into your heart. And release. Take a breath, lift up. And fold forwards through swan dive. Hang out here. Scoop up into Utkatasana. And fold forwards, Uttanasana. Step back with the left side. Pause here. And allow the knee to come to the ground. Twist out, stacking the shoulders, and then float that hand inside as you step back. Undulate your spine, squeezing and releasing. Feel all that tension melting away. The next time you come into cat arch, sit your butt back to your heels. And then draw your body through, coming into Sphinx. Feel that release. Take a breath. And exhale your way back into pose of a child. Breathe and lift into downward facing dog. And walk the feet to the hands, top of mat. Rise and climb, gather in, draw down, and release. Making some alterations for our second salutation. Do what you can. Take a breath, lift up, little back bend. Folding forwards and down, holding in the hand. Rise halfway and release. Scoop up into Utkatasana, drawing the arms alongside the ears if you can. And then fold forwards once more. Step back with your right leg, high lunge. Lower the knee, release the toe. Place the hand on the ground and come out into your twist. And as you draw the hand down, send this leg out behind you and connect your heart to the floor. Step up into down dog and just pause here. Roll through onto all fours. Toes release, butt to back, and slide along best you can into your cobra pose. Little cobra if you can, Sphinx if not, baby cobra. Push and just briefly into pose of a child before you come up into down dog. Raise your right foot into the sky and step it up between your hands, remembering if it doesn't get there in one, then help it get there however you need to. Pause here, open, and then step in left, rise and climb, and draw down. Release the energy off and pause. Breath in, back bend. Fold forward, flow down. flow back over into Uttan. Step back with your left, nice big high lunge. Knee comes down, opening into twist. Release the hands down as that leg goes back, pushing through that heel. Connect your heart to the earth. Step up into down dog. Roll onto your knees. Release your toes and sit back into pose of a child. Rolling through into your baby cobra or sphinx. You know how your back feels. You know which suits you. Pushing back up and through, come in to down dog. Lift your left leg and step up between your hands. Step in and rise and climb and draw into your heart and release. Flow 3, lift up, back bend, forward fold, halfway lift and release. Scoop up into Utkatasana and flow forwards. Stride back with your right leg. This time you don't have to put the knee down, just come into twist here. And as you float the hand down, step back into down dog. Rolling through plank, lower onto your knees, release your toes, and move your body through and forwards into your cobra. Take a breath, tuck the toes, and lift into down dog. Right leg lifts, and we step between the hands. Step in, rise and climb, gather, and release. Take a breath, back bend, flow forwards, halfway lift, and release. Scoop up into chair, and flow forwards into Uttan. Step back with the left, remembering knee down as an option. Twist and open. Float the hand down and step back into down dog. Roll through into plank and lower down and move forwards and through into your choice of back bend. Coming through into down dog. Lift the left leg. Step in. And again. And rise and climb. And draw in. And down. We're going to move to the back of our mat, or towards the middle of the mat. We're going to come into a balance. Bring the right knee into the chest. And just bring it to rest on that left leg. Gather up the vibrations, draw them into your heart, and bow forward. Seeing if you can keep the hands on the heart and the elbows on that leg. If you can, reach to the floor, and then climb and rise into a half chair. Step out and release. Don't worry about wobbling, we all wobble. Nobody's judging you. Breathe in and draw in, lifting up left side. And we always have one side that's better than the other. See if you can come to connect. Maybe come to the floor. Rise up. And draw in. And release. Okay. You might want to spend some time learning that. That's absolutely fine. We're going to incorporate that into our salutation. Make your way up to the top of your mat. Take a breath in. Lift the arms and bend backwards. Open your heart. halfway. And release. Scoop up into your chair pose. Bring your hands into your heart as you bring your right leg to rest on your left. Touching the floor. And reach and lift into your one-legged chair. Hands through. Down once more. Step back into your high lunge. Open and twist. Step the hand down. Step back into down dog. Roll through into plank. If Ashtanga is in your practice, knees down, come through. Otherwise, you can chaturanga into Bhujangasana. Lift up into down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lifting up your right leg. Bend the knee and open the hip. And then settling the hip, swing that leg up and step in. Climb and rise. Draw in and down. And release. Take a breath, lift up, back bend. Fold forwards and down. Lift halfway and release. Scoop up into chair. Bring the hands into the heart and find your balance. Fingertips to the ground. And then lift up. One-legged chair. Come through. Hands to ground. Unhook that leg and step back into high lunge. Hand to ground. Twist out. And then step back into down dog. Roll out into plank. Maybe chaturanga is in your practice. Maybe you just come down and make your way into a back bend of your choice. Up dog, sphinx, cobra, seal, whatever you fancy. Turn over into down dog. Lift and rise through the left leg. Bend the knee and open the hip. Settle the hips back to neutral and step through. Fold in. Come up. And in. Release. Take a moment here in Tadasana. Bring your hands into your heart. Can you feel your heart beating? Beating beneath your thumbs. What a glorious feeling. Take a breath and release. Thank you for joining me today for JoeGa Flow. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.